stretch. Let me make sure I can view everybody. Okay, let's start off. We're going to start off with big, oh, I didn't switch my camera. We're starting off with shoulder circles. There we go. Bring your arms forward, up and around, forward, up and around. Gently moving slowly. I'm going to give one more this way, and then let's the reverse direction, back, up and forward. And now extend both your arms outward, palms up. We're going to take the right one, turn it down, and then flip it back up, but your shoulders in an awkward position. We're going to gently rotate up, constantly bringing the palms up, but it's the shoulder joint that turns in, and then the other one turns in, alternating. Now we're going to put your hands on your hips. We're going to create clockwise circles, drawing big circles with your hip bones. And let's reverse the direction. And coming down to your knees, hands on your kneecaps, gently creating circles with the kneecaps. And reverse directions. Coming up to full stand, we're going to, keep going. We're going to take a reverse lunge, letting in Melissa. You're going to take a step back into a reverse lunge. And reach both arms overhead, really getting low into the lunge. So alternating sides, lunging and reaching. Working on opening up the hip, the little hip area. In the lunge position, you should feel a stretch. Every time you step back, that's the side where you'll feel that stretch in the hips. Just keep going. Warming up your squat, split squat position. And then bending at the hips, arms pointing down. We're just going to practice the row. You're going to pull, create resistance with your own body weight. Pull as if it's heavy weight, bringing your elbows straight up, squeezing your shoulder blades together, slowly coming back down. Pull as if you're pulling weeds out of the ground. You're really pulling them out and come back down. Give me a couple more here. Really squeezing those shoulder blades together to pull the weight up. One more. We're going to come back to stand, and we're going to walk it out into a high plank position together. From here, bring the right foot next to the right hand. Bring your right elbow, reach it down towards the ground. And now open up that right arm up to the ceiling. Your back foot, the left foot, is straight. Now we're going to switch sides. We're going to go left elbow down, reaching open. Place the hand back, feet back, push into a down dog. We're going to repeat that on the right side. And then the left side. And then the down dog. We're going to do one more on each side. Down. Back to the down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Slowly roll up. One last thing to kind of wake up the nervous system. We're going to squat down together. From here, I want you to explosively come to the balls of your feet. Whoop, almost fell. Come back down. Explode up. Back down. Explode like you're jumping away from the floor, but your feet never leave the ground. One more. And up. Okay. So in this first block, you're going to have, you can do a light jog to keep your heart rate up. It's so damn hot on the East Coast that I think you don't really need to do that. The heat's already doing that. Your 3 exercises, you're going to hold both dumbbells by your side like a suitcase. So the first one is a split squat, which is a lunge that doesn't have your feet move. So I'm going to get into a wide position. My feet are like train tracks, except for one foot slides behind, but they're still in parallel lines. And I'm coming down into the lunge position and coming back up. So both legs straighten out at the top to lock it out, but my heel of the back foot stays elevated. So you're going to have 8 reps on the left, 8 reps on the right, and I'll remind you. From here, we're going into a push press. So what that means is a strict press is actually harder. That's when my whole lower body is really stiff and I press straight up. So my lower body is like a skyscraper, not moving at all. But a push press is a little different. With a push press, this is when I want you to use a slightly heavier weight because you're going to jerk the dumbbell up. So there's a little bit, it's not, I know that we say knee dip, but you're really jerking it up in the way that your body thinks is most efficient. You're like, oh my God, this is so heavy. You're going to kind of give it a little jerk to bring it up. So a heavier weight than you normally do is ideal. You're going to jerk and press it up. I think I wrote 8 and 8, but it's really a double-handed. Well, no, you can do 8 and 8. So you can do single arm, same idea, where you're going to jerk that dumbbell up, and then on the right, and then on the left. And then you're going into a row. I'll use this one. Remember, your rows are heavier because you can pull a lot more weight towards you than you can push away. So you're always a little bit heavier on your dumbbell rows. You're going to be creating this, what I call a tripod position. So that's my support. My feet face it equally. I'm bent. One of my hands is in front, creating a little tripod stance as I bring the dumbbell straight up, just like we did in the warm-up. You're pulling that dumbbell straight up using your back muscles. Elbows make like a 90-degree angle and then bring it back down. So you're going to have 8 of those. We're going to get started. I know there's no questions. Everybody's done this workout before. All right. And we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, and you're going. You're going to get about 3 rounds of each of these exercises because it works out to about a minute an exercise, as in you'll be done within the minute and still have time to rest and transition. And Junko, actually, Junko, Grace, and Mary Frances, you guys are all on the West Coast. We're having a heat wave here on the East Coast as they are in Europe, except for the Europeans don't have air conditioning. Us Americans do. Make sure everyone's looking good. That is fantastic, Mary Frances. You got it on the push press. You too, Grace. Remember, the knee dip is not really a knee dip. It's really your body efficiently trying to push the weight up. So the heavier stuff gets, your body's just naturally going to want to like jerk it up. And in this particular exercise, it's not cheating. It is part of the exercise to jerk that, to like use everything in your body that you can to like bring that weight up. So it's definitely not a squat position. Oops, sorry, guys. I'm grabbing my water. You got to stay hydrated today. Today's all about hydration. It is certainly all about hydration today. Excellent on these rows. Grace, you could bend your knees a little more. So this, in this position with the 3-point row, you don't have to have your knees locked out. You want a little bit of a knee bend that kind of cushions you.
On these lunges, do you want our knee to hit the ground?
No. I don't think I've ever on one of the outside of the reverse lunge to a kneeling position. I usually don't want the knee to hit the ground. These are looking great, these split squats. Great, Mary Frances. You're using that knee, like your legs are helping you jerk it up. It's fantastic. It's giving you power. Think of the push press. Your legs give you more power to push it overhead.
Push press is single arm though, isn't it?
I wrote it single arm on the program, but I demoed it double arm. So you guys can do either. The single arm's a little easier, double arm's harder. Just anything when you're using a double arm is a little bit harder to do overhead. Excellent, Jingle, love it. I see how your feet kind of jump up, and that's normal in a push press. So we are under 5 minutes in this. Jingle, broaden out your collarbones a little bit more. Good, yep. Fantastic, Melissa. Very nice, Mary Frances. Great, Grace. You guys are doing great on these split squats. We got about 3 minutes left here. Very nice. You guys got about 2 minutes, doing great on these push presses, Junko. We got about 1:20. Oh, I see Tucker's getting some pets. That's a good exercise in a circuit, is giving dog pets. Mary Frances, maybe we should train Tucker to fetch your dumbbell in case it falls out of the garage. He'll have some strong teeth and neck muscles. We got just about a minute, and then we're going to go into our second circuit. Oh, this is perfect. Today we have 4 of you, which means for the finisher, that's how I actually intended. The finisher is supposed to be a team finisher, and I go, you go. And with you guys, that's what it's going to be. Less than a minute. Feel free to rest if you want, because you'll also be resting when I do the demo. If you got 3 rounds in, perfect. Okay, about 15 seconds. I'm going to switch my camera so I can talk about the demo. 10 more seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Block number 2, we've got 3 exercises. You got a single dumbbell kickstand deadlift. That means you're using your heavier one. I'm demoing with the light. So the kickstand deadlift, remember a deadlift is when you're bending at your hips, but not just bending your hips, you're really shifting your weight into your heels as you come down. The kickstand deadlift means you're going to hold the dumbbell in one hand. So if my right hand has the dumbbell, my right leg goes behind. And I'm not actually putting any weight on my right leg. It's just a variation. Instead of doing a single leg deadlift with my right leg going in the air, my right foot is just lightly keeping me from toppling over. So think of that. That's why it's called a kickstand. So I'm really doing all the work on my left leg. Right hand dumbbell goes down. The right leg is lightly propping me up so that all the work is being done by the front foot, which is the left. So you're going to do 8 reps with it with the right hand, and then 8 reps with the left hand. So it's the opposite. The dumbbell hand is the same side as your kickstand. You're lightly supporting yourself from toppling over. Second exercise is high plank knee to elbow. So you're going to be in a high plank position. Nothing is moving except for that knee is reaching towards the elbow. It is not a fast move. It is your abs helping you pull the knee to the elbow while your hips stay evenly level to the ground, same height as your shoulders. So hips and shoulders are the same height. You're going to have 10 of each of those. And then your last exercise is lateral raises, which is helpful for strengthening your shoulder joint. So it's a rotator cuff exercise. You're lifting the weight up, same height as your shoulder, bringing it back down. So it's going to be definitely a lighter weight. And you're going to have 12 reps of that. All right. Let's get going in 3, 2, and 1. For Mary Frances and Junko, bring that back foot closer to your front foot. It's almost right behind your heel of the front foot. Remember, it's just keeping you from toppling over, but you don't want to have any weight in that back foot. It's literally just like a kickstand on a bike. You know how the kickstand is keeping the bike from toppling over, but it's not, the bike's not leaning into the kickstand. Keep your collarbone spread, Junko. Excellent, very nice.
We're supposed to be feeling this kickstand deadlifts under our hamstrings, right?
Yep, Just your hamstrings. Hamstrings, a little bit of butt, but more in your hamstrings. It's like a little bit of a stretch in your hamstrings. Oh, 8 and 8, and then you're going to the high plank, knee to elbow. So you're in a high plank position. Slow that down, Grace. You're slowly pulling your knee to elbow. This is about your abs. A little bit of obliques, keeping the hips at the same height. If you feel your butt, if it feels super comfortable because your butt's starting to creep up, you'll know you're like, why is this getting easier? And they're like, up, my hips are rising. Bring the hips back down. Oh, music, what happened?
What's the reps?
Oh, it's 10 and 10. So you guys are doing 10 reps of the high plank, knee to elbow, and then you guys have 12 lateral raises. Oh, what happened to my music? Sorry, I'm checking on what happened. Oh, there we go. And you got 12 lateral raises. So it's 8 kickstand deadlifts. Oh, you can just think 8, 10, 12. High plank, knee to elbow, 10 on each side, and then 12 lateral raises. So you'll have a weight check if you feel like you could bring that lateral raise like really high above your shoulders, it's probably a little light. So you want to wait where you're not struggling to bring it up, but by the last few reps, when you're at reps 9, 10, 11, 12, it's starting to become a challenge to bring it up to the shoulder level. Got it, Grace. Nice job. Excellent. Mary Frances. Junko, that's great. Keep that dumbbell close to your leg. Don't let it float too far out front. That's when it starts to pull at your lower back. Really pulling the knee to the elbow and the high plank. I can tell those are heavy, Melissa. I can tell you went up. It's good. Very nice on these lateral raises. You guys have a little bit more than a round left in terms of a round of each of them. We got 3 minutes and change. Like I said, it's about a minute per exercise. Doing great, Junko. You guys are doing fit. Nice job on these kickstands. You got 8, 8, 8. Then you guys have the 10, actually 20, alternating plank, knee to elbow. Junko, keep your collarbone spread as you bend at the hips. There you go. Great positioning of the dumbbell, Junko. We got about a minute left. Looking great, Mary Frances. Junko, that's looking really good. You're remembering all the cues. Very good. Nice on the lateral raises there, Melissa. And Grace. We got about a minute left. A little under a minute. And then we are going to go on to, I know that people are watching the recording, like Gabrielle. And I know that the wall sit was something everyone just loved. We're doing a slightly different today because we're making it a team finisher. So if you're watching the recording, you can decide which team you want to be on, and you're going to stay with that team till the end. We got 15 seconds left. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So finish up reps. I'm going to talk about the finisher. So today's a team finisher, which means when one team goes, the other team is doing the other thing. And so instead of a minute wall sit, the wall sit is going to be held for as long as the other team is doing the squat thrusters. So in the squat thruster, you're keeping your dumbbells here by your shoulders. You're going to squat and using your squat to propel the overhead press. We do have a lot of overhead today because you had the push press. So you're going to squat all the way down, press up, and press. So you're going to go through 6 of these. And then you'll set the dumbbells down. The other team is just holding a wall sit. We're going to go through 3 rounds of this, and then everyone is going to do wall sit together. All right, so the teams will be based on my camera. Let me make sure I can see everybody. So Grace and Junko, you are one team. And Melissa and Mary Frances will be team B. And if you're listening to the recording, you decide if you want to be team A or team B. Grace and Junko, team A, is going to start on the squat thrusters. And Melissa and Mary Frances, get ready for your wall sit. They're going to do the wall sit. Okay, Grace and Junko, let's get ready. You guys are starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. So if it feels easy, I would like you to go a little heavier. You can test it out in this first round. All right, you guys are switching, Mary Frances and Melissa. So we're not doing 3 rounds because 3 rounds is gonna go fast. We're doing 6 rounds. All right, Grace and Junko, get in position. And Melissa and Mary Frances, go ahead, start. 6 thrusters. All right, we're switching. That was round one. We got 5 more to go. Mary Frances, Melissa, go ahead to your, just head straight to your wall sit and go, Team A. All right, you guys are switching. There, Team B, let's get your dumbbells ready for your squat thrusters. All right, you're going in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we're switching. Team A, get ready. You're starting round 3. Okay, Team A, go in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we're switching. Team B, let's get ready for round 3. Team B, going in 1, 2, 3, go. We're halfway through. Team A, let's get ready for your squat thrusters. Team A, you're starting in 1, 2, 3, go. This is round 4. We got 6 rounds. Whoever's watching, like Gabrielle and Katie and everyone else, you guys are doing the 6 rounds with them. You have a shorter wall sit time in this finisher. All right, Team B, let's get ready. We're switching places. Team B, you're starting in 1, 2, 3, and go. The wall sit is your rest time. All right, Team A, get ready for round 5. Team A starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, Team B, let's get ready for your round number 5. Team B starting in 1, 2, 3, and go. This is round 5. We only have 1 more round to go. All right, Team A, it's your last round. Team A, let's go. We're gonna start. Grab those dumbbells, starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. Team B, holding that wall sit. All right, Team B, it's your last squat thrusters. And 3, 2, 1, and start squat thrusting. When Team B is done, you guys are not done yet. We're going to do something together. All right, Team A and Team B, this is what you're going to do together for 1 minute. Let me show you. For 1 minute, you are holding a squat, just like that, but not all the way down. I know a lot of people can go all the way down. You're holding it where there's tension, all right? Okay, you guys are starting. Get in the squat position. You're starting in 3, 2, 1, and hold that squat. I want you to feel it all in your quads. So if you need to go a little higher, it's okay. This is all about your quads. It's a quad hold. I will tell you when you're halfway there. So just really sit back into it. You can, that's okay, Mary Frances. You can like rest for a second, come back down. We have 35 more seconds. I know, Melissa. Everyone who's watching the video, just look at the camera. Know that everyone's feeling it with you. It is a quad burn. We have 20 more seconds. You can count it down in your head. Everything comes to an end, even though we don't always want it to. Everything does come to an end. 10 more seconds. Let's go, Mary Frances. I'll count it down for you. We are at 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're done. Yay! That's the bonus of being in the live class, is that you had that little special thing. Let's come in for our family photo, everybody. Ooh, let me just adjust my camera so that I get everybody in the family photo. Let me get my family photo ready. Oh, I switched screens. That was the wrong. Okay, here we go. I'll tell you guys when I'm going to take it. Here I go. 3, 2, 1. Nice job, everyone. Now we're going to go into our cool down time. So that was so much quads, so much quads. Quad stuff is great for knees. So if you have something, you can do it with a balance, but I always prefer to prop the back leg up. We're going straight into a quad stretch. You can hold it, but I find that when I hold, I focus more on the balance. And in this position, keep your pelvis tucked forward. So there should be a very intense quad stretch. Just going to hold that for a few seconds. Whew. And then let's switch over to the other leg. So we got to stretch that quad out on the other side. So if you need to do this standing, you can do it. I just really want to feel a very intense stretch there in the quads. And then we'll release. And I'm going to actually have you come stay on one knee, but bring one leg to the side. And you're going to push your knee past your toes. Keep your arms extended. So we're going to push the knees past the toes, just for a little inner thigh stretch. And now I want you to take your right hand. For me, this is my right hand. It's going to slide up in front of my right thigh. My left arm is going to needle through and then now open up. So you're going to needle it through and open up. So it's a little hip, thigh, and upper back stretch. Also used in a warm up. And then let's switch over to the other side. So the other leg that you didn't open up, we're going to first do the knee past the toes. And now we're going to do that hand slides up in front of the front thigh. And then we're going to open up and reach down, needling the arm through, then opening up. I'll do one more here. I'm going to have you keep your hips high, but you're going to walk your hands away from you. So it's a child's pose, but your hips are high. Your fingers are resting on the fingertips. You're going to drive your head, your chest through your shoulders, face is going towards the floor. Your hips are high to give you more distance. So this is really more not child's pose, but a shoulder stretch. Now walk those fingers over to the right side, so it becomes a side body stretch. And then we'll gently walk the fingertips over to the other side to stretch the other side body, other side body. And then we'll come back to center to get into a quadruped position. We're going to gently go through some cat-cows, rounding your spine and arching and rounding and arching. Give me one more. And then now sit onto your heels, lift your left arm straight up to the ceiling, pulling your rib cage out of the body, reach over to the right side of the wall. And then we're going to switch over to the other side. And great job on a Wednesday. It feels like so late in the day, I mean, the week. It's only Wednesday. You guys did a fantastic job with that bonus different finisher. Oop.
Thanks, Tina. Bye,
Thanks, everyone.
I'll see you guys on Saturday. Bye.
Bye.